I would like to welcome you all in the lecture series of power electronics. In this session, I am going to discuss single pulse width modulation. In the last video, I have discussed about what is the meaning of pulse width modulation inverter. Okay, single pulse width modulation inverter is the particular topic which we are going to discuss in this session. So it is a special type of inverter where we are mainly going to use to turn on operate the output voltage control using single pulse modulation technique. Like there is only one pulse exists per half cycle. That is a peculiarity. Moreover, for each half cycle, there will be like a positive and negative, but only one pulse will be created. That is a speciality. So a single pulse will be created to control the output voltage. Correct. Moreover, the width of the pulse is varied to control the inverter output voltage. So, like the width will be directly proportional to the output voltage. If more width, more voltage; less width, less voltage. Like that, I'll be showing you the waveform so that you'll understand clearly. Moreover, by adjusting the width of a single pulse, we can easily control the output voltage of an inverter. Basically, to how to generate the single pulse. Yes. So we have options. We need reference signal of amplitude. We have two signals required. One is reference signal. Other one is triangular carrier signal. Okay. That means message signal with the carrier signal. Okay. So comparing the reference signal with respect to triangular waveform, you are going to generate the single pulse. That is how we are going to generate single pulse. The single pulse will help us to control the output voltage. I think you got my point. So moving further, let me show you the diagram so that concept will be pretty clear to you. As you can see, we have the inverter. So we have how many switches? One, two, three, four. All are power electronic switches. Along with that, to protect the switches, we have freewheeling diode D1, D2, D3, D4, and we have the input voltage DC input. So our ultimate goal is to get the pulsating output at the load side. So, but the thing is, we need to control the switching. S1 and S2 should be turned on at a time. Then S3 and S4 should be turned off at a time. In the second stage, S1 and S2 should be off. S3 and S4 should be on. So, how we are going to control using single pulse width modulation. Okay, here the PWM. What we are going to talk is we are going to generate the PWM. Okay, we are going to generate the pulses to turn on the pairs of switches. So here, these are the gating pulse which we have shown. This is regarding the turning on S1 and S2. This is regarding turning on S3 and S4, pulses corresponding to S3 and S4. Ultimately, we are going to get the pulsating output, positive, negative, at the load side. So this is the voltage which is corresponding to the load. Okay. Now the thing is, main important point of this context is how you are going to generate the pulses. I already told you that we have two signals. One is called AR. AR means reference signal. AR. Note down, AR is not nothing but reference signal. Then AC is nothing but carrier signal. What is the shape of carrier signal? It is a triangular shape. This is your triangular shape. Okay, triangular shape, and we have this is your square shape. Correct? No, square pulses. Okay, positive half cycle and a negative. It will be having negative half cycle. Correct. So we need to generate the carrier signal as well as reference signal. Then comparing carrier signal with respect to reference signal. If you subtract AR minus AC, we are getting the signal like this. Okay, this is your pulse. The difference between AR and AC, we are able to get the pulse. This is actually happening during whenever S1 and S2 are turned on. Conversely, in the other side, whenever S3 and S4 are turned on simultaneously, we can get the pulses like this. So this is your AC, and this will be the AR. The difference between the signal that will fed as a pulse, and that can be used for turn on the particular switches. So this is the way how you are going to generate the single pulse. So please do remember how you are going to generate the single pulse by comparing these two signals. Okay. So please refer this diagram so that you can understand the concept clearly. Any clarification, use the comment box. Here, one more condition. In the first case, whenever S1 and S2 are turned on, here AR greater than AC, we are getting the pulse, positive pulse. AR less than AC also, we are getting this specific pulse. Okay. So AR greater than AC, this will be turned on. This will be used to turn on the switches S1 and S2 simultaneously. AR less than AC, that will be help us for turning on S3 and S4 simultaneously, right? Ultimately, the output voltage will be like this. Okay. So if you control AC in the sense reference signal, sorry, carrier signal, you can control the width. If you control the width, the output voltage can be easily controlled. Okay. So the frequency of the reference signal determine the frequency of the output voltage. So if you want to control the frequency, you have to adjust the reference signal. If you want to change the amplitude, you have to adjust AC. AC means carrier signal. The ratio of AR to the AC is known as modulation index. Okay, you have to calculate one formula. There is one formula. So whenever numerical example or design comes, you need to use the formula AR to AR upon AC, that is known as M, where M is nothing but modulation index. Okay, this is also important point. You may get during numerical example. At that time, you have to recall. Modulation index equal to AR divided by AC. The output voltage of the inverter of single pulse modulation is given by one equation. There is one Fourier equation. Okay, 4 Vs n divided by n pi. So n is varies from the odd numbers 1, 3, 5 to infinity. Sine n pi by 2, sine nd, sine omega t. Okay. So again, if you simplify, if you elaborate it, you will be getting 4 Vs by pi sine d sine omega t minus 1 by 3 sine 3d sine 3 omega t plus 1 by 5 sine 5d sine omega t. So what you understood in this equation, if you separate this part, you will come to know that there are more number of the odd harmonic terms which are available. Look at this, odd harmonic terms. I can point out what are the odd harmonic terms. So there are few odd harmonic terms which are present over there. So here, this is your odd harmonic terms. This is another 1 by 5. Okay. So there are so many odd harmonics present in the system. Now you can tell me what will happen if more number of odd harmonics present. So more odd harmonics that is actually distort the output waveforms. So that is a major setbacks. Correct. So output waveforms will not be like a pure. There are some distortions. So that will hamper the device where you require the pure output voltage. So whenever you require the precise output voltage, this single pulse, the inverter control is not suitable. Okay, you can go for some other techniques. So there is actually one graph which depicts more number of harmonics which is present in single pulse PWM techniques, single PWM inverter techniques. So V naught Nm divided by V01, that is actually the nominal voltage. So you are varying with respect to the firing angle. So if you consider this, you can say there are more number of harmonics. Look at this. N is equal to 1, N is equal to 3, N is equal to 5, N is equal to 7. More odd harmonics present, which is not favorable option for using single pulse width inverter for precise application. We can go for like a conventional method. It's a conventional method, but it is not suitable because more number of harmonics present, which are like a severe. So large amount of harmonics is introduced at lower output voltage. Harmonic content can be reduced by using like can use further filter. Okay, that is too costly and not viable. The width of the like a pulses depending on the desired output voltage. It is more simple. Okay, compared to other type of technique, it is more simple. So basic output can be controlled by varying the width of the pulses. It is also very easy. Then there are applications like where precision is not a important factor. If precision is not an important fact, you can go ahead with this particular inverter. But it is very simple and not efficient, we can say. So in this session, I mainly discussed about, so what do we mean by single pulse width modulation inverter technique? How you are going to control the inverter using single pulse width modulation. Okay, so that is a major thing. And I just explained how you are going to generate the pulse. Later, I explain how the pulses will be controlled the output voltage. One more thing I mentioned about like presence of harmonics in this particular inverter. Okay, more number of odd harmonics present in the system, like lower order harmonics, which is more severe, where if you require some precise output, if you want to have some electronic equipments, highly it is impossible. Why? Because the lifespan of the equipment will be reduced. You are producing the distorted output. If you produce the distorted output, ultimately your equipment will be getting spoiled. That we do not require. Why we are supposed to be taken risk? It's not required. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to answer. Happy learning. Have a great day.